Yeah, this is the new piece of furniture. I have the where I have the comic book binders. The previous piece was a low sitting piece, like a cabinet piece of shit. Right, a counter with boxes in, and I did a couple videos with the iPad was on top of this, but when I tried it now, I was like fucking Dilbert. So this right now iPad is on top of the unit where I keep my t-shirts, and it gives you a better view of me. So I think we'll do this from now on. I wanted to talk about the University of North Carolina Charlotte shooting. There was an individual who, and you know how the story goes, no one blood will be him, wouldn't at least suspect, but this individual dropped all of his classes except one. Now, sometimes guys go to college and they'll drop a class or two because they have a very, very serious schedule problem. Maybe they're a single parent, or maybe they have a part-time job and their boss says, you gotta drop this class because I need you to work more hours and I am paying you to work more hours. So a lot of times you're failing a class, and rather than fail the class, you withdraw from the class. This individual dropped all of his classes except one, and the class he did not drop was the class he targeted that day. Is that skeptical? Is that a red flag? Possibly. If a guy drops one class, maybe he's failing it. If he drops all classes except one, maybe the administrator should have him the question or two. I don't know. But he kept one class. That was the class he hit up. He came in with the handgun. He began opening fire. Obviously, there's people have fucking mental issues. There's no reason for this. He did kill one girl and injure two people. And then a gentleman named Riley Howell, 21-year-old guy named Riley Howell, tackled him. And when Riley tackled him, it allowed everyone else in the room to escape. And Riley had to hold him until the police arrived to handcuff him. But unfortunately, Riley passed away from his wounds. And everyone that was there said Riley saved their life. And everyone that knew him said, yeah, that's who he was. He had hoped to enter the military, so he was bred with full honors. And his mother was saying how proud of, I'll put the video down below if I can find it, how proud of him she was. Obviously, this woman is devastated she lost her son. But she's proud her son did what he was doing at the time. Now, you also have to think about this. If he did not take that action, not only would this guy have killed everyone in that classroom, he would have went to the next classroom over, and the next classroom over, okay? This guy wouldn't have stopped until the cops got there. So the fact that one guy stepped up and restrained him, that could have saved 50 more lives. We'll never know. You know, I was 30 years old before I saved my first life. And it really is amazing. You see a young guy who's 21, he's a young kid, he's a kid. He's the same age as my younger niece and my younger niece and older nephew. And yet, when everyone else is running away, he's running forward. And you know, you got these pieces of shit like David Hogg and Emma Gonzalez. Emma, is her name Emma? Okay, all they do is, you know, they're in a building, and the building is shot up. They themselves are not confronted by the gunman, but after the shooting, they go on television, they sing and dance. Okay, they lobby political agendas, but they are political agendas, and they become heroes. But you know what? Sometimes you get a real hero. And Riley's name should be remembered more. Okay, his name deserves to be remembered more than those idiots, because all those fuckers did was take a tragedy and turn it into a political stunt. And they're you see these assholes on TV. They're behind the scenes. They're taking selfies. They're taking group photos. They're yucking it up. But here you have a guy who did not have a political agenda. He was the guy, and he saw an opportunity to save lives, and he did what he did, but it cost him greatly. It cost him his own life. And his girlfriend, who he had for like 5 years, they met when they were sophomores in high school. It really is upsetting. But you have to be proud of him because, not a lot of young guys who do that. Not a lot of old guys who do that. Okay, a lot of people think, well, I'll use my weapon, I'll pull my gun out or my knife out or whatever. Well, he didn't have a weapon. The weapon was himself. And he did it. And, that's, there's always one guy. And, can I ask you to do that? No, I cannot. I can't ask you to do that. I can never ask you, hey, go over there and tackle that guy. Or I suggest you tackle the guy and buy it. I can never ask you that. You gotta do that on your own. And we always say, what would I do in that situation? Well, I hope that in that situation I would do what I was supposed to do, but you never know until you're there. And I think we should give credit to this young man because we give so much credit to these terrorists, these killers. We write books about them. This guy's being tried with double homicide, quadruple attempted homicide, assault with a deadly weapon. He's got a million charges coming to him. So he's going to be in prison for a couple of lifetimes. But these guys have become celebrities. They get interviewed. Okay, they get their pictures in the fucking magazine cover. Okay, when you go to their trials, and I watched a movie about Ted Bundy yesterday on Netflix, starring Zac Efron. Well, the movie was pretty well researched because in real life, as in the movie, Ted's on trial for killing girls, and there are girls 21 years old that came to the courtroom with their hair parted in the middle. Okay? So the fucking killers are often romanticized as okay. You ever see the Highwayman about Bonnie and Clyde? Okay? Well, in real life, Bonnie and Clyde were cold-blooded killers, and they were folk heroes. And that's a real tragedy because you got a guy here who's 21 years old, and he decides that everyone else's life is more important than his own. Where's his book? Where's his song? You know what I mean? Really? Okay, thank you.